What's up, guys? It's Jay, MorninAfterKill, and I'm back here on Borderlands 2. But before we get into the topic of the video, I want to let you guys know that I do live stream on Twitch.tv on Tuesdays and Thursdays, starting at 3 p.m. Central, which means right now I am going live on Twitch.tv. The link will be in the description down below, and I will be doing the recording of my Just My Luck video series, where we farm bosses and see how many tries it takes to get their legendary weapons to drop. But that's not the topic of the commentary, because today, what I wanted to talk about today is the Borderlands Presequel. Now, if you haven't been following my channel or Borderlands news, there is a Borderlands game coming out this year in September 2014, which is going to go through the story of the rise of Handsome Jack in between Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2. So naturally, it's going to be the Presequel. I got a lot of videos on that. You go ahead and check my channel. I don't want to go into more of that, but what I want to talk about is some features that I wanted to see added back into Borderlands with this Presequel. And I figured right now we're about 4 months away from release. The gameplay that they're showing is still in early alpha, which means there's time for them to go ahead and add some features into the game. And I know that over the past 2 years, I've given Gearbox plenty of shit about what they fucked up in Borderlands 2 when compared to Borderlands 1. But if you take a look at it, there have been quite a few nifty features that Borderlands 2 has added that actually added to the game that wasn't in Borderlands 1, like the ability to inspect weapons inside of your inventory, and also the mini-map at the top of the screen, because that's one of my biggest gripes about playing Borderlands 1 is the actual compass system at the bottom of the screen when you're trying to do your mission objective. So it hasn't been all bad, but there was one feature in Borderlands 1 that was very minimal, so seemingly motherfucking insignificant that unless you actually point it out to most people that's played Borderlands 1 and 2, they'll probably forget that this feature ever actually existed. And then they'll also wonder why this feature never came back in Borderlands 2. And I know a lot of you guys are like, what? Jesus fucking Christ, Mac! Just tell us, what is the feature that you want to see come back into Borderlands Presequel? And that is going to be, my friends, at the top of the screen, when someone picks up a goddamn motherfucking weapon, I want to see the color of the weapon, what manufacturer it is, and what the name by prefix and suffixes. That's right! I want to see who the fuck is picking up what inside of my motherfucking game, because Borderlands does not have instance loot. It's already been confirmed that the Borderlands Presequel is running on Borderlands 2 hardware. That's why it's not coming to next gen right now, that they're actually using the older coding from Borderlands 2 to make another game, while the last generation systems are still relevant and have a higher install base than the next generation systems. It only makes sense from a standpoint of money. That's why they're using this coding. But Borderlands does not have instant loot. So when people come into your game where you're playing with random people, you get what's called, yes, you get the dreaded ninja looters, the people that will seek out all the loot inside the pile and pick up the shit before you have a chance to make sure that you might want to drop a shitty weapon for the weapon that they just picked up, but you couldn't because now your inventory is full and they went ahead and had 2 or 3 slots open so they can ninja your goddamn loot. That's pretty shitty. But also, you're also able to tell if anybody's duplicating weapons in your game or if they're sharing and spreading non-legitimate weapons, because even though Gearbox did a good job at fixing the sanity check on the black weapons in Borderlands 2, it's still possible to get things like class mods and grenade mods modified and hacked into the game, and usually they're a different manufacturer or rarity than they should be. You'll see a Seraph grenade mod that's not actually supposed to be like that, or you'll see a Seraph class mod, you'll be like, say what? That's not right. Who the hell is over there in the corner masturbating with a goddamn Seraph class mod? You're not supposed to have that, sir. So, I'm just saying, if you had this feature at the top of the screen where it tells you the manufacturer, the prefix, suffix of the gun, and also the color rarity, then you wouldn't have a lot of these problems inside the game, because you could trust the players to police the game as it is, because Borderlands already doesn't have server-side game saves. So all your gear and loot is going to be saved on your save file, and that means that duplicating is always going to be around when you don't have server-side saves, and there's going to be a few modded weapons that can get through sanity checks, and just having this at the top of the screen to let us know who's picking up what or doing what, or even if you're playing with your friends and you're looting, somebody finds a box, you're like, hey, did you find anything good in there? It's like, yeah, I found something good, you know, what is it? Instead of having to go ahead and explain exactly what it is, they can pick it up and it'll pop up on screen and be like, oh, that's a pretty good Herald. I think I'll take a look at that, even though most likely that there's going to be all different legendaries inside of the game, and maybe a few the same, because Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2 kind of shares some legendaries, but some are new, some are different, and I expect on the moon base that there's going to be some different motherfucking weapons, but that's not the topic of the commentary. I just thought that this was a no-brainer, that they could probably pull this off very easily. They pulled off goddamn ice weapons in a few hours. Like, what? I heard that on the PAX panel. They're like, yeah, you know, fucking 2K came in, rolled in. They're like, hey, check this out. Ice guns. Boom. Ship it. I'm pretty sure they could be like, that's the noise I have for people writing code. And it's kind of like somebody's giving a goddamn tattoo gun, like while farting. They're like, so I'm just saying, it's technically not very hard to pull off, not very invasive to the overlay, and for those people that are colorblind, I think it would be cool if maybe a legendary dropped and it had some type of audio cue, or maybe flash at the top of the screen, you know, legendary. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's a pretty damn good system, if you ask me. I wonder where I got that legendary from. So, my name is Jay, MorninAfterKill. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it, because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. But I just figured this was a no-brainer to put back into the game, even though if you are a Borderlands fan, you probably didn't even realize it was missing, or probably never really was that big of a deal, but you think about it now and you're like, it does make sense for that to happen. So what I'm going to do is, in the title of the video, I'm going to go ahead and tag 2K International. That way, if you have your YouTube connected to your Twitter account and you like this video up and it's shared, they will see it because they will be tagged in it, and hopefully we can get that little bit of an addition added into the game, and it will make things just a little bit easier for everybody. But also, don't forget, I'm live streaming right now. So, my name is Jay, MorninAfterKill. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to see you guys later.
I disappear.